Hello and welcome to Sports According to Neil. This is I am Neil Roseanne, I should say, and hopefully you can bear with me this week. I have a bit of a cold, but besides that, should be off and running here. Well, it's the opening week of college football, and of course, I'm excited. I don't know many people who aren't, but I have my predictions, and along with my roommates, Cody's, both of us, we have our picks in for this week. So, I guess we're going to start it off right here. First game we got is Tulsa at Oklahoma, at number 1 Oklahoma. We both have Oklahoma, and we both expect a landslide by Oklahoma because, once again, opening season as number 1. More than likely going to be a huge blowout. Moving on, we have Kent State at number 2, Alabama. Once again, both of us, me and Cody, have Alabama winning in a landslide, mostly due to the fact that, once again, Alabama ranked number 2, big team opening at home. It should be really easy. UNLV at number 11, Wisconsin. Both of us have Wisconsin, mostly due to, once again, overranking. This is a very common feature the first week, as you can see here. But here comes an interesting matchup. There's number 20, Mississippi State, visiting Memphis. Now, yeah, once again, shouldn't be a big deal, but both of us have Mississippi State winning quite easily over Memphis. Youngstown State at number 17, MSU. We both have MSU, once again, landslide. TCU, number 14, TCU at Baylor. Now, that's a really interesting matchup right there. You know, you got two teams in Texas, but a little bit underexperienced. I feel like TCU team, without Andy Dalton now, and many of their key parts, I believe, it's going to be a tough one against Baylor. Don't expect it to be a blowout of any sort. It'll be a close competitive game, but TCU will still end up being the winner. There's a Miami of Ohio visiting number 21, Missouri. And once again, me and Cody, we both have Missouri. Once again, early landslide. Utah State at number 23, Auburn. Auburn opening up for the first game since the national championship game. See if they can defend that title. Both me and Cody, once again, have the Tigers over Utah State. Appalachian State at number 13, Virginia Tech is our next matchup here. Not going to be able to repeat what Appalachian State isn't going to be able to repeat what they did against the Michigan Wolverines a couple years ago. So, once again, another landslide victory by Virginia Tech. Maybe a little scare early. Virginia Tech has had a little bit of issues with these easier teams in the past couple of years, but smooth sailing for Beamer Ball this year. Louisiana Monroe versus number 6, Florida State. And, once again, E.J. Manuel and such overpowering everyone. So, me and Cody, once again, both have Florida State. Chattanooga at number 10, Nebraska. Nebraska's first game as a Big Ten school, though Big Ten schedule's a little bit later. Chattanooga is, though, Ohio State or Wisconsin. So, once again, blowout. Me and Cody have both. Florida State at number 16, Notre Dame. This one should be interesting. This is actually kind of a big matchup, though I doubt South Florida is going to bring any intensity to it. It'll be a lot closer than a lot of people think, I believe, because Notre Dame, I believe, is a little bit overrated, but they'll still be able to have a really good win, and both me and Cody have them. Now, here is the first non-agreement for me and Cody. It's Minnesota at number 25, USC. Cody has Minnesota, and I have USC. I have USC mostly because they're at home, big Pac-12 school. They'll be able to, beat through. Though Matt Barkley is a little bit overrated, he'll still be able to run the offense that he needs to, and I believe beat the Minnesota Gophers. Cody was not available for comments, but I would believe that he thinks Minnesota has a fighting chance because they're a Big Ten school. Maybe get a little bit of the power running on that Pac-12 weaker defense, but I think USC is going to be greater. And Cody obviously thinks Minnesota. But on to the next one. We have San Jose State at number 7, Stanford. I have Stanford, and so does Cody. Another blowout. Andrew Luck just tearing up San Jose State. Louisiana Lafayette State. At Oklahoma State. number 9. And, excuse me, Louisiana Lafayette, read that wrong. But yeah, at Oklahoma State, once again, easy matchup for the Cowboys. Both me and Cody have Oklahoma State winning very easily. Next up, East Carolina at number 12, South Carolina. Now, in a way, I kind of wanted to lean towards East Carolina, but they're not the same team that they used to be. But I still think they might be able to get a little bit of a scare into the Gamecocks, but Garcia will take over, and before you know, South Carolina on top. A little bit harder than most people might think. Florida Atlantic at number 22, Florida. Easy game here. Florida dominating their lesser in-state rivals, you could say. Both me and Cody have Florida. Now, here's the interesting one, or an interesting one that I find a lot of interest in, is Marshall at number 24, West Virginia. Might be a little bit interesting, I feel. Marshall, always a little bit of a, you could say, dark horse. Don't think it's going to be this time. Me and Cody both have West Virginia. Let's see here. SMU at number 8, Texas A&M. Once again, another one of those big rolling games. Texas A&M will win easily. Me and Cody both agree on that. Now, here we go to the 3 most interesting games of the week. I'm going to try and separate 3. These are just standouts from all the rest so far. One of them I have is between 2 non-ranked opponents. It's Miami at Maryland. Now, it's really interesting because Miami's missing a lot of players due to all the sanctions and violations that they're going through. They're missing Ja'Cory Harris, a lot of their defensive powerhouses. But this is Maryland, and Maryland is, I believe, on the downturn. Miami goes in, wins a very early conference game, and gets ahead on everybody else there. Here's the other one. Here's another big one that has big-time interest, and I can't wait to watch. Number 5, Boise State at number 19, Georgia. Now, let's see here. Where do I start? Boise State on the road for big time here. Georgia, big SEC school. Who knows what can happen? I think Kellen Moore is going to be a really good quarterback. I think that he's going to be able to lead a very efficient Boise State offense, and it'll be a close one. They'll barely edge out Georgia. But Cody has it the other way. Cody has Georgia edging out Boise State. Who knows, but that one's kind of a toss-up, but I feel Boise State's going to have a little bit of trickery in there, as they always do. Maybe get a couple good plays, and they'll be able to really beat up that Georgia defense, I should say. Then, what I would call the game of the week. Number 3, Oregon, traveling to number 4, LSU. Now, before you say anything, I know I have an Oregon shirt on, and I'm a big Oregon fan, but this is coming straight purely from my mind. I have Oregon winning. Cody has LSU. Now, originally, I would have leaned more towards LSU because they're at home, they're the SEC team, they'll be able to really stick it to the Ducks. But, once again, more violations for LSU's quarterback Jefferson, and it looks like he is going to be out for this game, along with some other key players. So it could be a little bit difficult for LSU to do anything because, as I say, Oregon has a very underrated defense. They might not be so effective in the first 2 quarters, but once you get down to that 3rd and 4th quarter, they're just tiring you out and just stopping you from getting anything. So that's why I have Oregon, plus their offense is still really explosive. Though Auburn figured it out a little bit, they still had their moments of greatness, and Oregon wins this game. And, well, we have our last game of the week, which is more just a consolation game, mostly because we're up here at CMU. We have South Carolina State University rolling in to take on the Chippewas this week. Now, many of you are thinking, once again, another little blowout. Well, me and Cody both have CMU, as good CMU students should. But I feel like this is going to be a little bit closer than people want it to be. CMU has a good defense. I don't think they're going to come out inspired to play. They might run a shorter playbook due to the less complexity of South Carolina State's. But the other thing is that South Carolina State last year, though they were a lower division, were actually 9-3, so that's respectable. You got to give them a little bit of respect, but I still give this game to the Chippewas, and so does Cody. So thank you for tuning in. Underneath this in the blog, I'll have all of our picks. You'll get to see them. I'm going to keep track of who's doing better. Hopefully we'll have Cody out here sometime, since he's a little bit better at pro football. So I'm going to get that preview in motion soon, and then hopefully we'll be able to pick some, me and him will be able to pick some games this year, and you'll get to see all the fun of NFL. But as of now, college takes center stage. So that's all I can say this weekend. I know you're going to be enjoying the fun, your last little summer fun before, you haul down for the winter, but take a chance, look at some nice college football. There's a couple good little, nuggets, gems of games this week amongst a whole lot of filth, as I say, which I think I feel a rant coming on. You might have to look for that in the blog, but there's probably going to be something soon, hint, hint, about me not liking these early college matchups and how teams aren't really willing to put their reputations out on the line. But a few are, such as Oregon and LSU and those kinds. But we'll have to see about that for later. So, once again, thank you for watching. This was Sports According to Neil. See you soon back on the blog. Bye, guys.